Welcome everyone with Matchday 21 of the Belgian Challenger Pro League predictions and tip. If you find this content useful, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video and comment with your predictions. Let's get started. Kortrijk vs Genk U23. Kortrijk enter this match in strong form, with a clear advantage in results, attacking output, and overall control of games. Genk U23, despite scoring and conceding frequently, show defensive instability and a tendency for open, unpredictable matches. Statistical indicators point to Kortrijk applying sustained pressure through higher shot volume and corner generation, while Genk U23's volatility increases the likelihood of goals. Predictions. Kortrijk's offensive dominance is the most prominent factor. Their significantly higher shot volume, 15.44 team total shots, and commanding 7-1-1 record suggest they will control the tempo and create the majority of scoring opportunities. Despite this, there is a clear potential for goals, driven by Genk U23's tendency for high-scoring games, 66.67% over 2.5, and both teams high over 1.5 rate. Finally, a high corner count is expected, fueled by the high combined average for match corners, 10.56, and Kortrijk's relentless attacking style. OC Charleroi vs Club Brugge U23. Both teams are still searching for their first win of the season, showing limited attacking efficiency and defensive fragility. Club Brugge U23's matches are notably more open, with frequent goals at both ends, while Charleroi games tend to start fast despite lower overall scoring. Neither side demonstrates a clear tactical edge, making this a matchup defined more by patterns than dominant. Predictions. First, there is a high probability of both teams scoring, a prediction heavily supported by Club Brugge U23's extremely high 77.78% BTTS rate. Second, a goal in the first half appears almost certain. This is based on the exceptionally high over 0.5 HT percentages for both Charleroi, 90%, and Club Brugge U23, 88.89%, indicating an early breakthrough is a common feature of their matches. Sporting Lokeren vs Beerschot VA. This fixture features two attack-minded teams with a strong tendency toward open, high-scoring games. Beerschot VA show greater consistency and attacking pressure, while Lokeren's matches are frequently intense and physical. The statistical profile suggests sustained tempo, frequent chances, and an entertaining contest. Predictions. A high likelihood of goals from both teams is expected, a conclusion drawn from the compelling BTTS statistics, 77.78% and 66.67%, and high average goals per match. Consequently, an over 2.5 goal scenario is highly plausible, supported by the identical 55.56% rate and the high volume of total shots generated. Finally, expect numerous corners, based on the high average match corners in games involving both Sporting Lokeren, 9.56, and Beerschot VA, 10.78. Lamel SK vs Eupen. Although the teams have similar records, their styles differ sharply. Lamel favor an aggressive, high-tempo approach, while Eupen adopt a more conservative structure. Historical data introduces a strong tendency toward draws and balanced outcomes, creating a clear contrast between current form and past result. Predictions. While Lamel's current high-octane offensive form, 75% over 2.5, directly contradicts the historically low-scoring nature of this fixture, 27.27% over 2.5. The remarkable historical precedent provides the most compelling predictive anchors. There is a high probability of a draw, grounded firmly in the 63.64% draw rate from their 11 meetings. The prediction that both teams to score is also strong, justified by both current form, 62.5% and 50%, and historical precedent, 63.64%. Finally, expect Lamel to generate more offense, a conclusion based on the vast disparity in team total shots this season, 15.13 versus 8.30. RWDM Brussels versus Patra Eisden. This matchup highlights opposing philosophies. RWDM are involved in fast-paced, goal-heavy encounters, while Patra Eisden rely on structure and defensive discipline. Despite scoring less, Patra Eisden generate a high volume of shots, suggesting pressure without efficiency. A tightly contested game is expected. Predictions. The contrasting statistical profiles lead to several logical predictions. A clash of goal-scoring philosophies will be on full display, pitting RWDM's high-scoring tendencies, 70% over 2.5, against Patra Eisden's defensive solidity, 22.22% over 2.5. Despite their defensive reputation, expect Patra Eisden's shot volume to be a key factor, as their 16.78 total shots per game indicates a willingness to test the opposing defense frequently. Finally, there is clear potential for a draw, a conclusion supported by their single historical meeting ending in a tie and both teams having already drawn 3 times this season. Sering versus RFC Liege. Sering's matches are typically open and goal-friendly, while RFC Liege display defensive consistency and efficiency. Historical meetings strongly favor Liege, who have previously neutralized Sering's attack completely. This clash tests current attacking trends against proven defensive dominance. Predictions. The data points towards several distinct possibilities. The historical dominance for RFC Liege cannot be ignored. Their 100% win rate and clean sheets in 2 prior meetings suggest a tactical advantage. This creates a compelling examination of contrasting goal patterns, where Sering's high current season BTTS rate, 66.67%, will be tested against their historical inability to score against Liege. Finally, a high corner count in Liege's matches is a reliable trend, with their games averaging 11.00 corners. Beveren vs. K. Liers SK. League leaders Beveren face a mid-table side struggling for consistency. The data shows Beveren dominating in shot creation, territorial pressure, and discipline, supported by a favorable head-to-head record. Everything points toward a match controlled by the home side. Predictions. The combined data strongly supports a forecast favorable to the league leaders. Beveren's continued dominance is the most likely outcome, a prediction backed by their stellar 9-1-0 record and their 66.67% historical win rate against Liers. We can also expect Beveren to control the attack, given their vast advantages in both shot volume, 16.20, and corner generation, 7.10. Finally, there is a strong potential for over 2.5 goals, a scenario supported by Beveren's current season rate of 60% and the 50% rate seen in their historical meetings. Gent U23 vs. Franks Borens. Franks Borens is involved in more chaotic, high-scoring matches, while Gent U23 appear more structured but less explosive. Statistical balance in shots and corners suggests a closely fought contest, with discipline potentially playing a decisive role. Predictions. We should expect goals, especially in Franks Borens matches, a conclusion based on their high 3.11 average match goals and their strong tendencies for over 1.5, over 2.5, and BTTS outcomes. The data also points to an evenly contested match, as both teams produce nearly identical numbers for shots and corners. Finally, discipline as a factor could play a role, as Franks Borens' significantly higher rate of bookings may present challenges as the match progresses. Ultimately, this fixture will likely be decided by whether Gent U23's defensive structure can contain the chaotic, high-event style that defines Franks Borens' matches.